Hey all, it's Rightplan here from Novagamer, and today we are doing the Mighty Quest for Epic Loot. Once again, we have another castle defense video for you, so another new castle design. And this one took me 4 different designs before I finally came up with this video for you. So I hope you enjoy it. We've been getting a lot of positive feedback from you guys, so we're really liking that, and we'll keep putting these videos out as much as you guys keep liking them. So if you like the video, click the old like button there, and that way we know you liked it, and we'll continue making them. Go down here. I'm just going to give my quick little shout outs here that we always like to do for people that give me the comments on my castle. RGVN, as always, thanks a lot for all your help with us trying to make the perfect knight castle. Your little tips are helping out dramatically, especially since you're a knight. And down here, he said, just want to say, oh, this is Alphazor, and saying, just want to say, I watched your video about the mouse wheel. It's a very creative trap. He has to do some upgrades, but that he's liking it so far, and he's looking forward to more prequels. So that's what we're doing. Not prequels, Mighty Quest for Epic Loot. I read that as prequels. But anyways, thanks a lot for your shout out there. I'm glad you're watching the videos. Glad you enjoyed it enough that you actually put it into your castle, because I sent him a message saying that looked a lot like my castle, and he said yes. So yeah, that's pretty nice to see people actually using our designs. So we'll go up here and I'll show you the actual spot. So right here is where I made the final change, and we are actually killing quite a few knights now. He was level 29, but we killed him. Killed him and killed him twice. So we're doing quite good at killing the knights now. So I'm actually really liking this castle so far. That's why I started making the video, because we got 3 knights dead and 1 knight made it through, which is this guy. He's the only one that made it through. The other 3 died. Our old RGVN hasn't tried this castle yet, and if he has, he tried it before I made a couple changes. So as we go up, I did just lose here, but I'm not really too concerned about that, because if you click on Revenge, you'll see that he has 1,398 crowns. So yeah, he might he might be beating my castle, but he obviously is a good player. So I'm not really too concerned about him beating me there. Obviously, he probably took his time and he really knows what he was doing. But let's get to the actual castle here, because this one is actually killing knights. This is what we've been working towards. I'm definitely going to still keep putting out videos. Definitely keeps changing up our actual layout. I want to keep creating things so that people don't know, because it's like I said to people before, you can make a video, you can make a castle as perfect as you want, but no castle is completely infallible. You have to beat your own castle to validate it. So if you can beat it, anyone can beat it if they know how. So the best way to keep going up in crowns is to constantly change your castle so that people don't see your name on it and say, oh, look, it's Rightplan. I know how to beat his castle. I'll go back in because his gold and his life force is back up again. So you want to always change your castle. Probably not as much as I do, because I changed it 4 times in the last week to make the videos, but I like to do it until it's almost perfection and then make a video for you guys. So here is the castle. So what you want to do is, I've noticed people have started saying to me that they don't know the actual castle pieces to put in. So this first section here, I didn't understand why people wanted to know this, but it wasn't until further down that if you see here on the junction chamber O2, this looks almost identical. So if I put my mouse over it, you can see the design. It looks almost identical to this. One major difference. Now, it does have the sides are a bit different, but that's not major. The major difference is the entrance. If I used junction O2, it would cut this in half. So you would not have either A, your gelatinous goo in here and your 2 cannons, or B, you would not be able to put these power sources in here. Now, because these power sources in here and that's in there, they are able to activate all this plus these 2 springboard traps and these 2 mines. So it's using up your resources really well. If you put down exactly what I have here in this order: springboard, glue mine, corrosion mine, cannon, gelatinous goo, dampener, cannon, and put these 2 here, these 2 pads will perfectly take up all that, and you'll use up exactly 12 and 12. See? So that's the best way to line those ones up. people can try to do this their own way, but I have gone through this time and time again, and I can definitely say this is the best way to make this room. You can change around the minions if you want, but the actual power pad layouts is what I'm saying. So your power pads, you probably want to put them exactly where I have them. They give you the best bang for your buck. Little hint to anybody who hasn't seen their previous videos, when you're putting down your power pads, always put down your furthest away ones first and then your closer ones, because this will make it so that the furthest away ones will activate the furthest away traps and the closest ones will then activate the closest ones. If you put the closest ones down first, they might activate these ones, and then you'll have to do a bunch of fiddling around, which you can still do that. It's just a lot quicker and easier to put the farthest away ones down first and then the closer ones. Just a little hint for people. Yes, there's still a whole bunch of dead people in here, but that's because I just logged in a couple minutes ago and I really haven't had a chance to collect all the loot there yet. So, the first trap, 6x6, magic number. You want 6x6 of your explosion traps. Explosion mines. If you do not have a 6x6, what will happen is people will hit this trap or hit that springboard trap, and they'll fly over the other springboard trap and land where these archers are too, the smelly archers, but it'll land where they're to and not in front of them, where they'll get trapped by their bear traps. It's because that's what I have selected for them, and I'll explain why in a sec. So you really want to have a 6x6, and that is also gives you plenty of bombs to kill a knight or any other class that goes in there. Yes, there is a way past this, but like I said, it's not perfect, and nothing in this game can be perfect because you have to beat it. So what I did on each side, I have a dampener and your smelly archers on the two sides, because out of all of my experience with making these videos and making castle after castle, 90% of the people out there will try to roll to the left or roll to the right. I just made that completely backwards. Roll to the left or roll to the right to get past the traps. Very few go straight through. Most people think somebody's going to run straight through, but very few actually go straight through. They know people are going to defend straight through, so they automatically, self-consciously try to go off to the edges. That's why I put 3 smelly archers on both sides and only 2 back here, because this guy's kind of more of a side guy. Reason why I picked the bear traps is people will try to come out, they'll drop the traps, they'll try to go over the springboards. Whether they roll or dash or anything, bear traps will stop that. If you put anything else on the sides, the roll or the dash will go straight through it, like gelatinous goo. You'll go right into gelatinous goo and the bombs will hardly hit you. But hit their bear mine traps and they'll drop them right on the springboard. So you'll hit the bear trap, you'll stop in place, hit the springboard, and go flying in. So that's why these guys are set up like this. Then I got the dashers in behind. This guy here and this guy here, I know people don't go straight through as often. So they're here to push people into the center if they do try to go this way. And then I still put a couple smelly archers. These 2 smelly archers in case they try to go this way. One thing I would change on this if you wanted to is I wouldn't go too far on changing all the rest. I might switch this dasher with this archer, just because he'll put down 3 bear traps and cover a good area here, and then this guy will drop them here and cover this part, because I know I do, which means most people probably do too, is that if you see where 2 springboard traps connect like this right on the corners, you can run over that and it won't spring you. It won't set these off. So if you have a smelly archer there and he drops the bear traps, it'll stop them from running straight through that centerpiece. That's why I put one here. I didn't put one there because nobody seemed to be going this way, so I thought it'd be better to push them in on an angle towards the other bear traps. It's been working for me so far, but if you guys want to change that, you can change that. It's up to you. So that's one good thing about this layout, is you can change the minions a bit if you like it to your preference, but this is a good layout. I highly recommend the bear traps. But I'll just pause it right here. Not pause it as always. I'll just sit here for a quick sec so you guys can you can pause the video and you can see how this is all laid out. Okay, and I'll explain the center part real quick in a minute. I'll just go over the next trap because it's pretty much the same thing, just a few differences. This hasn't really been working too much, so I'm going to actually change this out a bit. What I thought would happen is that people would hit the springboard trap and they would go flying into here, hit the ground, and then they would have these 2 explosion traps and this corrosion mine go off, and they wouldn't be able to roll out because of this guy. And then all these cannons would hit them. But the springboard trap actually drops them right about here. So they don't actually make it right to this part. I kind of overshot it. But you can either keep that there, it stops people from going this way. So it still does have a purpose. Or B, you can take, I would put another cannon here, keep that cannon there, put another one here, and then take these here, which will be 4, 5, 6, and you can either get another dasher guy to put down here, or you can put something else with these guys. Same layout here, except for this first springboard is flinging this way, just so that these cannons have another shot at taking them out. And then I have corrosion and glue mine, corrosion, glue mine, 3 springboards. The 2 springboards here are going in. There's a empty space here because none of these power sources can reach there, but it's okay because if, out of all honesty, if somebody's making it through, if they get past this, make it past that, make it past this, and make it past that, they're going to make it the rest of the way. Because what they'll do is they'll just wait for this to go off, then they'll just run and dash. So they're not really going to hit here. And as you can see, people have been dying right in this area. Nobody's been dying in this area here, so that means nobody's even close to dying here. So this is the magic area. I spread these out a little bit right here, so that because if you notice, this is not 6x6, this is 5x6. That's because this springboard here is not going to fling them that far. It's going to land them directly where these 2 people are dying. So I didn't have to go 6 out. But I did put the springboards here, and I did put 6 because they will fling to the other springboard and push them in, and then they'll blow up. And then I have to save on space because this is not 6x6 and I could not fit a 3rd one in. I put 2 explosion ones in here. So if they try to run in and hide in this corner, they'll still get hit by pretty much these ones and these 2. So it'll still get hit by, what is that, 5, 7 explosions minimum. Then I put 2 dashers in each corner, and then these 2 guys here, because I found, this is kind of funny, is that when people go through the final one, they tend to run straight through. I don't know why this is, but it's like people think they're home free and they just want to get out, so then they just try to go straight through. I've seriously done this trap over and over and over again, and here they go to the edges, and here they go straight through. Don't know why, but just giving you the heads up. These power pads, you can adjust these a little bit. If you want to move these guys around, you can move these around a bit, but this, if you want the layout I have, this is the best way to put them. And once again, farthest away first, then these 2, then that one, to get the best way of using this. But that is pretty much the layout. Now, the reason why I put these guys, I got 2 dampeners, the healer, 2 your webmasters, and then I got the Defendertron right here with the shield. Sphere, sorry. The reason why is they serve for 2 purposes. The first one is they create a trouble where people have a decision to make where they either A, have gathered all these guys up and tried to make a run for it, but now they're going to hit these guys. So if they stop, they're going to have everything here on them in this area with all these cannons around. Or B, if they try to do what I do, they're going to run straight through and try to get down through here. And when they get to this point, the webmasters are going to be jumping at them here. This guy here, if they haven't killed him yet, are going to be dashing at him. So it causes a little bit of a hectic situation for them here. But if they do make it all the way through, they have to make it through this group then. And if they still make it through, 9 times out of 10, by the time they get into this room and went through all that, they only have... I mean, some people get through and don't take any damage because they're just really good at dodging stuff. But that's just from experience. But I find most people, by the time they get to this point on this new castle I built, they have used a minimum of 2 potions and have used mostly 3 or 4. So they either have 1 left or no left by the time they get in here. And now they're fighting everything they dragged in with 1 or no potions. So as you can see by the 4 deaths in here, that it actually does work the way I'm explaining it. But now for the quick little downfalls to this one, I'll just give them really briefly. One thing I think this game really cannot stress that enough, really needs to change. They should make it so that when you leave, and comment below, please comment below and let me know if you agree. They should make it so that when you run through the drawbridge should go back up. This will stop people from running out and killing all your minions that you try to put in your castle out here and kill them one by one. which is so annoying because no matter how good you make your boss room, no matter how good you make all your other rooms, people can just always run them out to here, kill them, and then go in with no minions at all. So that's my personal opinion. Second problem with this one, mages. Mages. What they do is they come here, they do their stupid suck-in skill. I forget what it's called now, but they do their suck-in skill. They grab all these guys, and then they run out to the beginning. Like I just said, that's why I hate it so much. And then they kill them all out here, and then they go back in. Now, if this drawbridge went down and they ran to here, they would not be far enough away to stop them from hitting these springboards, and they would not be able to pull all these minions out. So that's why I hate it. But there's no way around that. People can always go out there. They have to stop that. They have to make it so when people go through, the drawbridge goes up and they can no longer run out there, which makes more sense. So if creators of the game are seeing this video, hint, hint. Like the video if you agree with me so that we can try to get the point across here. So more people will see that. But basically, the sucking in, they'll kill them all. That kind of defeats this. Becomes just a regular old 6x6 trap then. But some people do not do that. So it still does have its perks. Another big issue with this is right here. I already explained that issue that I'm going to fix that on the next castle. Which hopefully doesn't take me 4 attempts to get one just right to make another video on. And the next final one that's an issue is right here is those 4 blank spaces. I really do want to put something there, but the way this is set up, if I try to put something in this 4 blank spots right here, it actually does affect the rest of the way things are laid out. So I kind of don't like that, but it's kind of your decision. You can try your best to get that in there, but you're gonna take a hit somewhere. So it's up to you. Because when it all comes down to it in the end, it's your castle. But that is our castle design for this. So what I want to do is I just want to show you one quick guy running through. So as I said, I will not show the ones where he lost. I'll show the one where he won. Say, plain Jose, show us what you did. So I'm going to fast through most of it. Just going to show you each trap. So go through. So the first one, like I said, he sets it off and he backs out like most people do. And he's going to wait for those to wear off. Waits. Okay. There, he got flung in and he just made it. If he was waited 1 more second, he would have got my trap again. Look how many bear traps it goes down. These bear traps are like freaking like kryptonite to warriors. So as you can see, he's just attacking these simple minions and he's taking tons of damage. And it's because of these bear traps. And they just put them down like crazy. See, he just did 1 dash and went down half health. Those bear traps are crazy against warriors. So that's why I started using them. So he goes through them. You'll see here on the health, he went down low again. He's used 1 potion so far. Attacks my second group. Used a second potion. He killed those guys in the center, which some people do that instead of dragging on the end. You can see the fling back did work, but not to this corner like I thought it would. But that's why I want those 4 bombs. You saw there, he landed perfectly right there that time, which doesn't always happen. But you'll see in here, even after everything, he's still taking quite a bit of damage, and he had to use his 3rd potion. So there you have it. His 3rd attempt, and he made it through there with, as you can see, almost having to use 4 potions. So, all in all, the castle is doing pretty good. Pretty good. Yeah, yeah. So, once again, it could not be a castle for you. You can adjust or change these castles any way you want. I'll go back to the picture of the castle here real quick. So here's what it looks like on the long run. I already explained which one that one was, and the only other piece, this is literally just a 2-piece castle. I wanted to simplify this one. That room is this one, I believe. Yeah. So this one, the corner bridge 01. So you want the corner bridge 01, and then this is the last one, which I already said, but for those who didn't hear it, that was the junction chamber 01. So junction chamber 01 and then corner bridge 01. That's all you need. And then you get your start and your end. So I hope you guys like this video. We will make more castles. Hopefully it doesn't take me 4 attempts to make the next castle, but I really tried to make this one as different as possible from my previous videos, which I think I did a pretty good job making this one big change to my other castles I made. So if you haven't seen those, check them out. Comment below on anything that you think this castle could use for improvements, because we're always looking for your guys' comments on that. Like the video so that we know you guys are enjoying them, so that we'll continue making them. And we have just put out 5 episodes of the Shroud of the Avatar, so check those out. For those of you who don't know, Ultima Online was the first multiplayer online game, and the people who created that game have now started a new Kickstarter program, and it's for Shroud of the Avatar, and it's looking really, really good. It's in its pre-alpha phase. You got player housing and everything in it. It looks great. Check those videos out. We just put out 5 of them on the newest release of that, and we always try to give videos out for every release that they give us, because we're in the pre-alpha so we can keep you guys up to date. So check those out. We got another podcast coming up this Sunday, we're hoping. So for those of you who want to see those podcasts when they come out, that's when the next one's coming out. So it'll be on YouTube Sunday. Hopefully the audio will be on iTunes later on after that. But anyways, that's it here from Nova Gamer. Hope you enjoyed the castle. Hope you enjoyed this video. Subscribe above to see our future ones, and like this if you really want to see more. And as always, happy gaming.